Hi, it's Mabel. This is me. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, share this video to friends and family, and let's do this. Why do you all think that feminism is only about women? And why do you also think that feminism is just a bunch of women who are saying that they are better than men, or who are trying to tell the world that they are better than men? That is so untrue. Welcome to episode 1 of telling you some of the misconceptions about feminism as well as disputing them. So after this video, I am hoping that you would have a mindset shift. Change of perspective. You would rethink these themes and of course look into it deeply and know what feminism actually stands for. Feminism is not only about women. Let's establish that. Actually, if you look at the dictionary definition of feminism, it is so simple. It is basic. I want to help you with that. If you look it up in the dictionary, it says that feminism is basically an advocacy where it is seeking for equality among both genders. Both genders, I mean the male and the female. It's just so that it is championed by women. That is the only issue here. It's an advocacy championed by women. So in that regard, the men feel like they are left out, or the women are here to attack them, or the women and the advocacy is a threat to them. But that is not the case. Women have been underprivileged in society for a very long time, and the men always have the upper advantage. So in this case, we're just saying that if our strengths could do it, if our strengths could carry us there, we shouldn't be restricted by what society defines as a man's role and a woman's responsibilities. In this day and era, there's digital intelligence, there's social media, there's, Google research. You can just search for something and find it so easily. And if you look it up, one of the people that will pop up on the internet is Ama Ata Aidoo. Well, maybe it depends on how I will search it. Ama Ata Aidoo even spoke about the concept of feminism, and she emphatically stated that it is an advocacy which is for both genders. Now, let me help you break it down. And I'm going to use the literature term foil. Foil in literature basically means two opposing ideas or something that contrasts the other. And in this case, two things that contrast each other as the man and the woman. In movies, there's protagonist and there's antagonist. There's a villain and then there's the hero. The villain is acting on the hero, and the hero is at the receiving end of whatever the villain is doing to the hero. Back to the foil. The two contrasting ideas, as I mentioned, the male and the female. We are talking about the female in this context, but as soon as we mention the female, there's an indirect reflection on the male. That is because if I mention, okay, the female is being maltreated, who is maltreating the female? The male, or the society, or the system. So anytime I mention a woman in feminism, it indirectly reflects on the man as well. So that advocates for both genders, and it's not just about women. Let me make it clear. We are not fighting the men. We are fighting the society. We are fighting the law. We are fighting the principles that define who a man should be and what a woman should do because she is a woman. So the advocacy is rather fighting the society, it's fighting the system, it is fighting inequality, and of course some of the men are in the society. Yeah, because they still live by the assertion that this is a woman's role, this is a man's role. I think we're actually doing well in this day and era. We are getting to the basics of, human roles and responsibilities that, even some people still live by the assertion that a woman's role is in the kitchen and a man's role is in the workplace. So feminism is not only about women, it is about men, but it has been championed by women. And if we are talking about women, the moment we mention a woman, the man comes to mind as well, because then we are contrasting the two people. So what does a man have and the woman doesn't have? What are some of the advantages that men have and the women don't have? So you see, it goes hand in hand. It's just about the two of us. It's not just about women. So today, understand and take it out of your mind that if we say someone is a feminist, it means the person is just for women. She is for men too. Another misconception about feminism is that many people think that feminists hate men. No. Feminists do not hate men. We don't hate men. Actually, we love men because we are humans. We don't hate men. Of course, many women have had bad experiences with some men, and due to their experiences with these men, they tend to hate men or they tend to speak ill of men. So those few individuals do not generalize what feminism stands for. The fact that she's now talking ill of men, or she comes on the internet and says men are this, men are that, because of one bad experience that she had with a man. It doesn't generalize all feminists to hate men. She had an experience, and then she shared it in a way that affected her. Don't generalize one person's feeling for men to the whole concept. The whole concept of feminism doesn't hate men. Feminists do not hate men. It's just unfortunate that some of the men have treated some women in a poor way. They've treated some women in a despicable manner. So in that regard, they don't expect the woman to come and be talking about men and be appreciating them for what she has been through. But then, I also encourage and entreat that these women should not also generalize it that all men. Just limit it to the kind of species you met, the kind of breed you met. It's not all men. There's also the difference between critiquing something and hating something. Hating is a very strong word. I am critiquing your behaviors. I am critiquing some of the advantages you have over me. That doesn't mean I hate you. There's a difference between hating a habit and hating the person with the habit. So we're going to hate men. We just criticize some of the advantages they have over women. And basically, feminism doesn't even attack men. It attacks society because, our principles, our beliefs, our values are mostly defined by society, defined by the law, defined by the system. So we're not even attacking the men. We're attacking the system that makes the law, the basic principles and values governing this gender, the male and the female. So we don't hate men. We actually love men, And that leads me to the next misconception, which is feminists do not want marriages, they do not want families, they do not want to have kids. Where did you get that one from? Where do you all get your information? Because a feminist doesn't hate kids. A feminist doesn't hate marriage. A feminist doesn't despise family. We love family. We love to have kids. We love to be mothers. We love motherhood. We love parenting. One issue is that we're in a society that defines a man's role, it defines a woman's role. Before you got married as a man, you cooked. Were you not cooking? Well, maybe not all the time, but once in a while you cooked. Did you not clean after yourself? Did you leave your kitchen in a mess? Do you trash every plate that you eat in? No, you wash them. Right? Yes, when you washing your clothes, yes, you were washing them. Now you got married and you think, now I have a wife, so my wife should do the cooking, she should do the washing, wash my clothes, clean after ourselves, and then, and that becomes a lot on the woman. We are the couple, we are doing this marriage thing. If you help me, it doesn't reduce your manhood. It doesn't reduce the kind of man you are. It doesn't reduce the value as a man. It doesn't take anything away from you as a man. It doesn't take anything from you, basically. And that are some of the principles of feminists. Women who advocate for equal rights and responsibilities. It's not just about career. It's not just about the jobs and some of the opportunities we can have as women. And it's also about some of the basic roles, domestic roles that we define as a woman's role. And it's just basic intelligence. There's just basic responsibility as a person. You don't have to be a woman to cook. Men can cook as well, so cook. It doesn't take anything from you. So feminists do not really hate family. They do not hate kids, and they really want to marry. Well, they're not pressured. They're just not pressured because they want to find the right person for them due to their principles, due to their beliefs they have as feminists. They want to find the right person, and the right person, an intelligent gentleman. And in this case, an intelligent gentleman differs in different ways. It varies across backgrounds and across personalities, because somebody's intelligence is the person that is kind. Somebody's intelligence is the person that is caring. So whatever you want to bottle up in the term intelligent is, specifically varies according to personality. Feminists do not hate marriages, they do not hate motherhood, they do not hate, having family. They just want to have the right person, the intelligent gentleman for them. This leads me to the next, that feminism, or the term feminism or feminists, scare people. Of course, the term is being embodied by assertive women who are able to voice their grievances, women who are able to voice what hurts them, what they dislike. They're just vocal people. They want to speak about everything. So they're vocal people, and many people think that just because a woman is assertive, she's confident, she's scary. She's not scary. She's not. In our society, we believe that a man in a position, a CEO in a higher position, is allowed to be arrogant, is allowed to be overconfident, overpowering, but a woman is not allowed to. A woman in a higher position is not allowed to be arrogant. She's not allowed to be proud. She's not allowed to be overpowering because she's a woman, and everybody will say that she's being disrespectful. If a society allows a man to be a man as a CEO and be overpowering, the society should also allow the woman in a position to be overpowering. But we don't agree. Feminists can actually be submissive to the right person. We are actually submissive. And it's just that you think because we are confident in what we say, we are not scared to voice our grievances, we are not scared to say what's on our mind, and we just want to speak about everything that goes against us. Automatically, we are disrespectful and we can't be submissive to men. Let me tell you the flip side of this scary, concept. Even women who assume the position as feminists, sometimes they get scared of the word themselves, because the moment you start identifying yourself as a feminist, then men shut you off, they run away from you, they don't want to get associated with you, they don't want to even date you, they don't want to have any kind of relationship with you because they feel like you can't be submissive. And it scares the person holding the identity as well, because if I'm going to say I'm a feminist and I'm not going to get a man to love me, then why should I? If I say I'm a feminist and I'm not going to have a man who will think that I deserve this or I deserve that, then why should I have the identity? Why should I call myself a feminist when it has disadvantages, when it could, deprive me of certain opportunities as well, because then people start categorizing you as disrespectful. Feminism can be scary sometimes. Feminists can be scary sometimes, but it shouldn't be actually. If we understand each other, we shouldn't be scared of a feminist. We should actually be happy that we have a woman who is willing to stand against some of the traditions, some of the principles. We've had women talk about this particular topic that I think is very sensitive, that anytime I talk about it, I feel some type of way, because female genital mutilation in no way should have been a tradition. In no way should have been something that we accept as humans in this part of the world. But we accepted it for the girl child. We took many girls through this bizarre experience of mutilation. We took these girls through all of this pain just because they are girls, and you are preventing them from having sex as adolescents at a tender age, forgetting that it is the adolescent man or the adolescent young boy who impregnates these ladies. What about them? Why don't you mutilate them too? Why don't you also do something to them to stop them from having these sexual feelings? Why don't you stop them too? But we decided to stop the women, because it is the woman who will get pregnant, forgetting that it is actually the man who will also impregnate the woman. So female genital mutilation in no way should have been a custom or something that we accept into our society, but we accepted it anyway. And trust me, even in this day that it has been abolished, some people in some parts of this world is practicing it. Trust me, we just haven't found them yet. So you see, when women are talking about some of the things that society do to us, it is not because we want to attack the men. Even you men can stand up for us too. You can speak on our behalf too. And don't say that she is a woman, she can't do it. She's a woman, she's not supposed to. She's not supposed to. What's that even supposed to mean? If she says she can do it, allow her do it. You should actually love the fact that you have a woman, a feminist, who has assumed the position to talk about some of the disadvantages, some of the things that doesn't sit well with us as women. You don't have to be scared of them. The concept of feminism is for a positive cause. It's for a positive change. It's not to attack any gender. Also, there is this assertion that women already have equal rights, they already have equal opportunities everywhere. So the concept of feminism is unnecessary, the advocacy is unnecessary. Now, it is still very necessary. Women are still going through a lot. The reality in our homes, in our communities, in our areas, the reality there will shock you, it will surprise you. The social media versus reality, trust me, you won't believe it. Women are still going through it. Women are still being abused. Just recently we saw it. Women are still beaten by men. Well, because they're wives. Women in schools are being deprived of positions because they're women. Let me give you a clear example. This may get me into trouble, but I have to say it anyway. We know it is true, but we're just refusing to believe it. The Vice President of Ghana, Her Excellency Jane Naana Opoku-Agyemang. Let's rewind to when this flag bearership started. Do you think that if Jane Naana Opoku-Agyemang was contesting as the main president for the main flag bearer or the main president for LDC, the NDC party would have accepted it. I'm not even going far. I'm limiting it to the party itself, even if I come to Ghana as a whole and what other people thought of it. Do you think the party would have accepted her to be the main president with probably another man as a vice president? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I'm in no way stating emphatically that I have any fact to back that. I'm just saying that that is my opinion. That is how I saw it. We were comfortable with her being the vice president because we had a man in the picture as the main president. We were comfortable with her assisting. We wouldn't have allowed her to be the main. We wouldn't have. That is because in our society, when we are judging a president by are they eligible, we judge the men based on their integrity and we judge the women based on their femininity. Yes, we are talking about John Mahama and we are saying that, okay, what are his policies? What is he coming to do for Ghana? What are some of the initiatives that he's bringing on board? But when we talk about the woman, we don't mention her policies. We don't mention what are some of the things that she's bringing on board. We mention she's a woman. We don't want the woman to lead us. She's a woman. She can do it. She's going to handle the whole country. She's a woman. She's meant to be soft. She can't make some firm decisions. Those are the things we judge a woman with. But when it comes to the man, we judge the man. We don't even mention that we don't mention his masculinity because it's already an automatic take. He's there. We judge him based on his integrity, his values, his policies. And the woman, we judge her because she's a woman. So you see, these are some of the things that I talk about when it comes to opportunities. If a woman's strength could carry her to a certain position, if she says she can do it, trust that she can do it. And judge her based on what she's saying with facts. And don't judge with sexist and she's a woman. And this example that I'm giving, I think, goes beyond just the party itself to the whole country as well. Many people had that conversation. We saw it on social media, we saw it in the news. And it was a constant discussion on television as well. So now you see why we are talking about, the first time you're going to have a woman as a president, and everybody's asking, are you ready for that change? Look at that. It is high time we stop living by that notion of she's a woman. So even though we have a woman as a vice president, feminists haven't won in any way. It's just another step in the right direction. But we haven't reached a point where we could say that the advocacy is no longer needed and is unnecessary. It is still very much needed. Yes, women are still going through a lot in their homes. Already I mentioned the social media versus reality. On social media, people are loud. We are talking about feminism, and then the men are saying they're left out. And of course, I like what Kovic is doing with the Boys Life Matter too. That is what we are talking about. Women are just choosing to speak, to voice their grievances. So it is up to men as well to choose to speak for themselves. So I like what he's doing with the Boys Life Matter. And that is definitely what we're also doing with the women advocacy as well. If we tell you that what people are going through in their homes is nowhere close to what we see on TV and what we see on social media, believe me, people are going through it. People are going through it a lot. So the concept of feminism cannot be scrapped at this point. We actually need more voices. We need more people to champion advocacy and talk about it. Thank you very much for watching up until this point. I don't want to get emotional, but I also want to believe that the concept of feminism varies across background, across race. So wherever you're watching from, I don't know which country you're, there's certain things that women may have advantage of in certain countries, but other countries don't have. So maybe some of the things that I'm mentioning here, other women in other countries are enjoying them. So wherever you're watching from, let me know how feminism is like from your end. Let me know what's like from wherever you're watching this from. Thank you very much for watching, and I really appreciate your time spent here on this particular topic. I am really hoping that, or it is my aim, that you would rethink some of these things. And yeah, I'm in no way trying to impose my beliefs on you or trying to tell you what to believe in. It's just a way of enlightening you, or some of the things that I feel you haven't understood clearly. You just have to read about them to know them for yourself and what they really stand for. Thank you for watching. I am Mabel Echi, and as always, it's a pleasure talking to you. I'm hoping to do this more often. Yes, I'm hoping to do it more often. So if there's anything in mind that you would want me to talk about or share my perspective on, I would love to do that. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.